In this video, we're making a right turn onto a new road, and then shortly after we need to do a lane change to the left. So the first step is to get into the first available lane and pick up our pace before attempting to do a lane change to the left. And right away we should throw our signal on to the left, check our rear view mirror, check our left side mirror, and do a shoulder check to the left to make sure there's no one riding in our blind spot that we might be missing. And notice how many of these dotted white lines we use to make our way over into this lane, right? So the lane change was very subtle and gradual. So let's just walk the car back to the initial point right after our safety checks were done. This would be the first dotted line that we're crossing over, and that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and by the fifth one our lane change is pretty much done. So this is a huge contrast versus a brand new student that's trying to do a lane change for the first time. They tend to try to swerve into this lane right away, and their lane change is usually done in 1 or 2 of these dotted lines. But you want to try to get this maneuver done smoothly without moving the steering wheel too much, right? There's a time and place where you might have to do a tighter lane change into this lane, perhaps in congestion, in a tighter space between 2 cars if traffic is moving really slowly. But when the traffic is free flowing and there is no space constraint, you want to be a little bit more gradual on your transition over. And notice it didn't take much longer than any other lane change. So we're 4 seconds into the video, and at this point, actually, yeah, right about 5-6 seconds, 6 seconds into the video, where we start drifting over to the left lane after our safety checks, and right about there our lane change is done. So that lane change took about 4 seconds, and that's pretty typical for a safe lane change.